Hi there, I'm Gina.
And I'm Brian.
Today in our den meeting, we're starting a new adventure. In this adventure, we'll play games, do some activities, and learn important lessons on how to stay safe.
During this adventure, we'll discuss some serious topics. These topics are part of the Protect Yourself rules.
In our video, you'll meet two friends, Sarah and Lenny. They will help you learn the 6 Protect Yourself rules.
Those rules are: tell a grown-up, safe touch and unsafe touch, stranger safety, it doesn't matter who it is, shout, run, and tell, and hitting is wrong.
Now, let's meet Sarah and Lenny.
Hello, everyone. I'm Miss Barbara. Today, we're going to talk about abuse. All children deserve to grow up happy and healthy. However, some children will face abuse in their lives. They'll be hurt or touched on private parts of their body by people they trust. We call these unsafe touches, and they are abuse. Unsafe touches are scary and confusing because they can seem playful or gentle. We're going to learn the difference between touches that are okay and touches that are unsafe. For children who experience unsafe touches from a friend or family member, it can be very hard to talk about it.
But we have to talk about it. I'm Sarah, and this is Lenny. We're here to help Miss Barbara show you that you can talk about it.
That's right. If you think someone has hurt you or touched you in a way they shouldn't, you need to tell a grown-up. Telling a grown-up is the first rule in stopping abuse.
But there are other rules too. The Protect Yourself rules. We use these rules to know unsafe situations when we see them, and to know how to get away if we need to.
We're going to share stories in which these rules are used to stop abuse and make sure it never happens again.
When we talk about a rule, it will pop up on the screen. Like this.
These stories aren't meant to be scary. We want you to know what abuse looks like and give you rules to protect yourself if you ever need to.
Yeah. If you ever find yourself in situations like these in real life, you can remember the rules. Then you'll know what to do and who to tell to stay safe.
I want to tell you about a Protect Yourself rule that you should use if anyone ever makes you feel unsafe. Shout, run, tell. No one should ever touch you on a part of your body that's covered by your bathing suit. If someone tries to, shout stop or don't touch me, loudly and clearly. It doesn't matter who it is or where you are. If anyone tries to touch your private body parts or wants you to touch their private body parts, shout at them to stop, run away, and tell an adult you trust. You can tell your parents, or a teacher, or another grown-up what happened. Don't be afraid to get as loud as you can. The more people that hear you, the better. If anyone ever tries to touch your private body parts or wants you to touch their private parts, shout, run, tell.
I want to talk to you about a very important Protect Yourself rule. You have to know the difference between a safe touch and an unsafe touch. We all know safe touches, like hugs from our family or high fives with our friends. Unsafe touches are touches to private parts of your body. No one can ever touch parts of your body that are covered by a bathing suit, or ask you to touch them on those parts. But it is okay for a doctor to touch you on private parts when they're giving you a checkup and your mom or dad is in the room. These are safe touches. If someone gives you an unsafe touch, they might want you to keep it a secret. They might make you promise or give you presents to keep you from telling. But you always have to tell another grown-up about unsafe touches, no matter what. If you were touched on a private part of your body by someone you know or someone in your family, tell your teacher or another family member. It's never your fault if someone touches you like this. If it happens, other grown-ups want you to tell. Keep telling until someone helps you and make sure the unsafe touch never happens again. I have a story to tell you. It's kind of hard to talk about. Someone I knew touched me on a private part of my body, and I had to remember the protect yourself rules. It doesn't matter who it is. If anyone touches you on a private part, you have to shout, run, and tell, no matter what. My parents were having a party. It was a party for grown-ups. So I played in a different room. Someone came to see me. It was Mr. Caro, our next-door neighbor. He thought I must be lonely playing by myself. Mr. Caro was nice to me. He always waved to me when I went to school. He gave me a present last Christmas. He even babysat me sometimes when my mom and dad were gone. So I didn't mind that he wanted to sit and play with me. He said it was fun playing cars with me. But then he started to play a tickling game. He touched my chest, which is a private body part. I thought he was a friend, so I was really confused. Then I remembered that it doesn't matter who it is. Even if someone is your friend, they can never touch you on a private part. Now I felt sick, and my heart was beating really fast. I knew I had to get away from Mr. Caro and tell my parents. So I said, "Stop! Don't touch me!" Then I ran through the door and shouted for my dad.
Thank you for sharing your story, Sarah. What Mr. Caro did was an unsafe touch. It can be very hard to talk about, but the most important thing to do is tell a grown-up what happened.
Uh-huh. I told my parents, and I told you, Miss Barbara.
I'm so glad you did. Parents and teachers are grown-ups you can always tell. And even though Mr. Caro was a family friend, when he touched you on a private part of your body, you knew that it doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that he was a friend. He touched me where he shouldn't. So I shouted, "Stop!" ran away, and told my parents.
Most people are good, and you shouldn't be afraid of family friends or other adults. Even so, remembering the protect yourself rules will help keep you safe from abuse.
We have a story about stranger safety and knowing when to shout, run, and tell.
A stranger is a person you don't know. You shouldn't talk to strangers or go anywhere with them, even if they seem nice.
I learned that last weekend when we went to the park with my mom. We see strangers every day, and they're usually nice and friendly.
So we don't have to be afraid of strangers, but we should always make smart choices around people we don't know.
Whoa! Hi, doggy.
That's why I thought we shouldn't pet this strange man's dog. Come on, Lenny, kick the ball back.
Hold on, this dog's so cool.
His dog was pretty cute. She could shake and roll over.
Her owner said that he had puppies in his car.
He seemed really nice. But we have to be smart around all strangers. And being smart means never being alone with someone you don't know or going where they tell you.
Now he said the puppies were at his house around the block. He wanted us to go there with him.
I told him no. We had to go home. Then he started to come towards us. That's when we ran away.
We found my mom and told her what happened.
Sarah and Lenny made the right choice to run away. Strangers you meet might have pets, or offer you candy, or even ask you for help. But stranger safety means that you should never go anywhere with a person that you don't know. When a stranger asked Sarah and Lenny to go with him, Sarah knew to shout no, run away, and tell. Most strangers are good people, but we always have to follow the stranger safety rule to be safe. If someone you don't know wants you to go somewhere with them, tell them no. Get away and tell a grown-up.
I'm waiting to talk to the counselor. I'm here for my friend Abby. I think that someone at her home might have hurt her. So I'm telling the school counselor. I noticed a bruise on Abby's arm a few days ago. She plays soccer, so I've seen her get scrapes and bruises before. But the next day, Abby came to school with a scarf hiding another bruise on her neck. Abby's mom has a new boyfriend, and he can get pretty angry sometimes. I asked Abby if he hit her. She said no, and made me promise not to talk about it anymore. It's hard to break a promise to a friend, but hitting is wrong. Breaking a promise is the right thing to do if you think someone is being hurt. I hope it never happens. But if someone hurts you, tell a grown-up. Even if it's embarrassing or hard to talk about, keep telling until someone helps you. If it was someone at home, tell a teacher or a school counselor.
Sarah, you can come in now.
Oh, okay. Well, bye. Thanks for listening.
So remember, no one should touch you on the parts of your body covered by a bathing suit.
We know that there are safe touches like hugs from our family, but there can be unsafe touches too.
When an adult does something that makes you feel uncomfortable, like touching a private body part, you should shout, run away, and tell a trusted adult what happened.
Now, your Den leader has some activities to help you remember what you learned from Sarah and Lenny.